I have a question for you. And this does not refer only to the teenagers among us, but think of all of you throughout your lifetime. Did you ever go to a prom? You never went to proms. Okay, good. Thank you for your courage to raise your hand. No, really, I mean it. It's so vulnerable to feel like, to me at least, to ask someone out to go to the prom with me. And I feel like shriveling up. It's this kind of, what if she or he rejects me, or if I feel like I end up without a date, or it's just can be very, very painful. And it's the same when we start dating, when we have a crush on someone. You ever had a crush on someone? Don't raise your hand. You don't have to. And in my relationship with Sigrid, she had some eyes on me before I woke up and recognized it. So, exactly. Sometimes the guys are slower and late and don't really get it. But here it's again this feeling of, how do I get his or her attention? How do I express and touch and feel my way along? How do I put myself out there without getting hurt? Because if we open up and put ourselves out, that's when we become vulnerable and when we can get hurt. So it's a dance, it's a wrestling, it's an inner struggle, it's an outer struggle, and a lot of it is connected with feeling awkward and feeling a little bit not comfortable in your skin. And so all of these mixed feelings we do have. And today's scripture reading is focusing on some of these mixed feelings of where and how are we invited in. Because this scripture reading and our Bible overall is Jesus' invitation to you to join Jesus to the prom, or to homecoming, or to be Jesus' good friend. The assurance Jesus reaches out, the invitation to you. Will you be my friend? Will you go to prom with me? Will you follow me? Will you trust Jesus and take that invitation on? This Jesus wants to be your soul mate. The Celtic spirituality calls it anam cara. It's like a soul mate, very, very close friend to your heart. Have you ever seen little ones, children, who have a friend, and you cannot see the friend, but you see them talking with a friend, you hear them, and some of you may still have that friend very close to your heart. That's how I imagine Jesus, very, very close by, very dear and close to our hearts, yet often not seen, often not visible to our outer eyes, but to our hearts, definitely very close and very dear to our, and very much in love and in warm regard to us. Now, the unique thing of Jesus as soul friend or as soulmate, as good friend whom you can trust, is that Jesus sticks with you. There is one thing that Jesus sticks with you, and that you can come with mixed feelings and with this awkwardness, and where you may feel like not belonging or being the last one to be picked for a game or on the team, or feel like not quite getting enough attention or being recognized for who you are. This Jesus has a preference. Jesus has a preference for those who feel like not quite fitting in, who feel like awkward, who feel like on the margins, who feel like having two left hands or two left feet, not quite getting along in life. And we all have those experiences, don't we? We all have them. When we put an application out here, or when we do this or that, it's a lot at stake when we put ourselves out there, and we prefer and really want not to be hurt, not to be rejected, not to feel like something is wrong with me, or all of these questions, all of these mixed feelings, all of these experiences are so very human. Jesus is inviting us to the dance of life, the dance of beauty, to recognize awe and wonder in creation around us and in the creation in each one of us. And when Jesus meets with his disciples on that last day that he was visibly present with them, what he does is he blesses his friends. He blesses his friends. He has their best regarded heart. He promises, I will be with you always. And isn't that what we are about? That we, in Jesus' footsteps, bless people. There is so much negative energy around already. There's so many curses out there, so much heartbreak and heartache and so much suffering. It's all there. So you and we are all invited to step into Jesus' footsteps to bless people, to see them, to recognize their beauty, to look at their heart, to look at their humanity, and to lift them up. Sometimes I feel like the one with two left feet and not quite ready to dance. I feel confined in my own little shell. I feel just like that bird that the other week was caught in our garage. Dietmar trying to catch a bird in the garage. Can you imagine that? And we have 5 windows in the garage. So the bird from window to window to window, and I going after him, jumping back and forth. And that bird must have been terrified, Finally, I caught him, brought him to the door, and let him go. And he was free, and he rose. Wow. Jesus sets us free to rise, to rise. The prom of life, the dance of our lives. Jesus invites you. Jesus invites me to be his soul friends. Will you join him? Will you fall in love all over again with Jesus? And will you dance with Jesus? It'll be the dance of your life, my friends.